Good evening and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. It's the Que-stead show. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. I'm here right now in the back room. I just came to show y'all the progress on little Theodora. Since I've brought her in. It's been 2 days now, and she seems to be doing good. Now, I noticed that one flower that had the one leaf, rather, that had the brown stuff around it. I cut the brown stuff from around the leaf, but I see that the edges have turned brown again, so we're going to keep an eye on that. I'm going to leave it for now and see what happens. Either the leaf is going to die or something's wrong with it. I may not have cut far enough. I might have to cut it a little more, but for now, I'm going to just leave it and see what happens. I forgot that I had all kind of clips in the, I had put this stuff, because I have quite a bit of this right here, the tie racks. I had put that around the little poles in there, and I was like, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. I'm bending over. That's why the phone was... I was like, wait a minute, I don't need these tie racks. I have clips out there in the greenhouse, packs and packs of them from the DT store. And I'm glad I got them this year, that and the tags, because I am no longer shopping there. If they're going to keep rising the prices, Que-stead-Que, I can buy tags elsewhere. So I have packs and packs of these. And, well, these are the clips. I've got like 5 packs there. 6, and then I bought a whole bunch of the tags, and I saved these anyway. As you can see, I have one right there that I've saved. I saved them all, and then if I happen to plant that again, I put the dates on, but I'll just cross the date out and reuse them because they're washable and reusable. Okay, so I brought all this in from the greenhouse on today because I'm about to wrap things up. I harvested some green beans today and another eggplant, and another one is coming in. It's pretty big too. So I left that, and I've got more tomatoes coming in on all the tomato plants. So I'm going to just let it keep going. But now next week, starting Sunday, we are supposed to get rain all next week. It's like a 70% chance every single day. Now, if there's a day that it don't rain, I will be on the lake because it's supposed to be cloudy. So the weather's about to change. It was cooler today. We hit like 77. It was 90 in the greenhouse when I went in there, but we hit 77 outside, and the bottom's supposed to fall out again beginning on Sunday. So with rain coming, and that's par for the course here in September. We're getting towards the end of September. It's going to get rainy. October's really rainy. It's getting dark earlier and earlier each day. Now it's pitch black at 7:30. Oh, that hurts. I keep saying it, but it does. But so I'm sitting here. I've been cleaning off the dead leaves off of the mojito mint plants, but even still, they still look good. Leaves die. I get that all the time with the mojito mint. It's time for me to cut it again. I had cut it down to the nub about a month ago, and I need to do it again because remember those new plants I had coming from the side? Here they are. They have come through strong. So I'm getting ready to cut it down again, and I harvested a lot of it, but I can't harvest it, so I'll see if Sherry wants some, or I'll use some of it. Maybe I'll put some in a plastic bag. I don't know. But as long as I can keep it going throughout the winter, it's growing good. As you can see, new foliage. The more you cut it, the more it grows. But I want it to bush out again the way that it had earlier. Here's a dead leaf right there. So I just drop them on the table and I clean it off afterwards. But I think both of the plants are doing good. And as you can see, Bouncy, he loves being up top there. Bouncy, he has just taken off Thrive. See how those leaves look on Bouncy? When I put Bouncy back in his little spot, he said, thank you, Que, because he's been growing ever since. And so he likes you know, just a little light. And as you can see, he's hanging on top of the light and down. But up top, he doesn't care. Now he's going towards the door because that's where the sun comes in. But he did real good all last winter. So Bouncy is in his spot. Okay, so in the meantime, Theodora, I have the clips here. I put one on there and I'll put others on later. I'm paying attention to the leaves that are curly. I think they're starting to kind of spread out. If you notice, yep, they're kind of spreading out. This one at the bottom, I tried to train him, so I might put a clip on him and train him to the stick. But I think they're going to spread out. The new leaf that was coming on, he's getting ready to open, this one right here. And then there's one right underneath it. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. I need to be zoomed out. Look at my finger right there. It's actually a baby leaf coming right there. I can't see it in the camera, so I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. My finger is right on it. And then there's another one that I saw. Is one, golly, now I can't find it. All I know is that there's 3 new leaves coming on. I just can't see where the third one is, but there is, but trust me, there's a third one coming. So anyway, yeah, I think she'll spread out and everything, but she seems to be happy under the light. I turn her every day. I put a little bit of water. I haven't done it today, but I usually put a little bit of water under the measuring cup and it soaks up, and she's at the perfect moisture level. It's not too soggy and it's not dry either. And that's what they like. It's very warm back here. So, yep. So that's it for the plants back here. And then I brought in the blood and bone meal. So I'm going to amend. I'm going to put some blood meal in all of them tomorrow. And possibly a little bone meal. I'm not sure yet. But I just brought it in for good measure. And so, and then tomorrow I have to go to the greenhouse. I have a few of my seed starting trays out there. So I'm going to bring those in, and then, you know, the other ones are kept in the closet over here. So I'll get those out. Okay, so let's go to the kitchen, you guys, and I can tell you about the Cipollini's. And, oh, we're going to make a pit stop in the living room because I got to show y'all the message that came from the farmer's market on today, or actually 2 days ago. So I may not be getting pawpaw, y'all. We'll see. We shall see. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, I am back. I'm on Facebook now. Now, I'm showing you the message. And this was posted 2 hours ago, so they reposted it because they originally posted 2 days ago. So now they just posted this 2 hours ago. It's 7 o'clock, so they posted this at 5 p.m. You see pictures of the pawpaws? And so this is what it says. They originally posted it on the 17th, and today's the 19th. It says, this year, pawpaw fruit and trees, I didn't know they offered trees, will be offered for sale on September 20th at Royal Oak Farmers Market, 7 to 1 p.m. Please note that there will be a limited amount of fruit available this year. Now, that's what has me thinking, okay, I may not be getting any this year. Best arrive early if you want to be sure to get pawpaws. Sales will begin at 7 a.m. sharp. Those people will be in line as early. She told me last week at 5 in the morning, but because of this note, they might be camping out, okay? I'm telling you, them folks don't play about those pawpaws from what I've been told. If you haven't already enjoyed pawpaws, here are some fruit facts. Okay, so it tells about the fruit facts and all that stuff. Okay, so native to Midwest pawpaw seed, starting instructions. Okay, so they give you instructions. If you have any trouble finding the stand, go to the office and the market manager will help with location. See, so they're not telling everybody where they're going to be. And let's go to the other one. Because some people responded to the other one. Hold on. We're scrolling down, y'all. Okay, we're on the 17th. I signed up for this too, you guys. The Royal Oak Ferndale Senior Expo is Tuesday, October the 14th, 10 to 1 at the Farmers Market. and it's free health screenings, refreshments, and prizes every floor. I clicked here to sign up, and I'm going to show y'all what it's about. This is the reason why I signed up, because I was kind of interested in it. And so when I looked, not only will they be doing prizes and stuff, but what their topics are, that's what I liked. And wait a minute, where are they? Join the fun. Okay, here we go. It says, connect with dozens of local organizations dedicated to helping seniors and their families in Royal Oak, Ferndale, and surrounding communities. Meet with experts regarding Medicare, coverage, assisted living. I'm interested in that because you never know. I may end up needing to go into that at some point. You never know. Mobility solutions, I'm straight with that. Independent living, I'm going to see what they have to say. Veterans benefits, audiology, senior travel, health insurance, home care. I'm interested in home care, medical equipment, don't need that, but I may, you never know. I may need a bed or something someday. So to get those numbers, cards, and whatnot to network, that's going to be beneficial to me. Hospice care, financial planning, that's a good one. Legal assistance, aging in place, all those interest me. Home improvements, that interests me because they have programs for stuff like that. And, if you don't go out or research, you don't know about it. You're left in the dust. Almost said durst. Yeah, the durst too. So I'm going. Eye care, physical therapy, and much more. So I'll definitely be going. Then they're doing the free health screenings. Almost scared of that, but I'm going to do it if it's offered or whatever. They're going to be doing giveaways, $200 gift cards from what I saw. And then you connect with the experts and then get the help you need. Great information. I used to go to stuff like this all the time, especially when I was first diagnosed with MS. I used to go to MS expos, and they were really nice. Okay, so here it is. This is the first post about the pawpaws. So this one, you have, okay, they say, is there a limit? And then it says, Lynn Ann, no sales. Oh, Lynn Ann, no sales of flats, but otherwise no limit. So yeah, they used to do the flats and everything from my understanding. So I won't read the other comments. But anyway, yep, so there we go. And then someone shared it. So it's going to be a madhouse tomorrow, and that's with everything. Okay, so now, since I've shown y'all that, so that's the pawpaw news. So we'll see. If I can get some, then I will. And they won't have to worry about me trying to buy them all up or anything. I have a feeling they're going to ask, they're going to do a limit. I have a feeling they will. But because I'm quite sure they're not going to want to sell out too quick. And those folks plan to be there from what I've been told. So they'll be there. But anyway, I'll get there. I have to leave the house after daylight because my headlights aren't working on my car. I haven't gotten them fixed yet. I just haven't had the energy to do it, but I need to get that done immediately if I want to do any night driving. But it gets dark. It gets light here at about 7. So I won't leave, any earlier than that. I'll leave right at the break of day, and I'm only, 10 minutes away. So it won't take long going up Woodward because there's no traffic at that time. So I'll get there but it's going to be crowded. So that means other things will sell. I bet you any kind of money, Shepherd's Pepper, I bet this is the last week for that. I'm surprised we've gone this long because last year Shepherd's Peppers were done in August, at the end of August. So we've gotten to mid-September. There's going to be visitors there that normally don't shop at the farmer's market but because of the pawpaws, they will come there. So it's going to be crowded tomorrow for sure. More crowded than what it normally is. Okay, so I'm just preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. Okay, and then parking is pretty good there. I just hope that I get to park in the front, right by the Shepherd's Pepper's door, because she's right there at the entrance, so that way I could get in there and get out. And then the Cipollini's are not far away. And I'm going to see if the Honey Man comes back tomorrow because he was there last week. He may show up tomorrow because it's Pawpaw Day. you know, because he knows he's going to get some good business. He probably, none of them probably want to miss out. Those bi-weekly vendors, they may show up tomorrow because they want to make that extra money because of the pawpaws. So we shall see. He may have signed up to come in because she had told me that there will be different other vendors there, and a lot of them will be outside on tomorrow too. So my main two things, number one, if pawpaws are within reach, let's say the line is short or it's not as bad as I thought it would be, you know, I'm thinking the worst, and if it's not as bad as I figured it would be, then I will get in that line and get a couple of pawpaws. If not, then I'm going to zip right on to the Shepherd's Peppers and see what's happening there. I want to get some more green beans because I want to cook for Sunday. Either that or some greens since I ruined that batch that I had. So I'll do that. I want to get the bell peppers. All that's right together. The Shepherd's Peppers, the bell peppers, that vendor is right there. And then the Cipollini's. The Cipollini's might mess around and sell tomorrow because people will see them, and if that's something they like and they haven't been at the Royal Oak Farmers Market, they're going to be buying up the Cipollini's. But I don't even know if, I think what I'm going to do is freeze. And let's go to the kitchen. Hold on. I'll put you on pause and we'll meet up in the kitchen, and I'm going to show you why I think I'm just going to freeze them and be done with it. Okay, we're in the kitchen, and as you can see, it is 7:07 or 7:08 p.m. Okay, the light came on because it's dark. You can see that the sun has pretty much set. By 7:30 it will be dark. Okay, as you can see, the onions, they're brown, but they were still rubbery, so I had to put them back on for another 4 hours. Now granted, I did turn them off last night at midnight, and they sat overnight, and this morning they weren't nearly dry. And they could be taking longer also, simply because I washed them, and so they were extra wet. You know, I washed them the night before, and then I washed them yesterday before I cut them and all that stuff. So this could be why, but they are brown, and they had a little ways to go, so I put them on for 4 hours, so they still have 1 hour and 46 minutes to go. I'm gonna check them in a few minutes. In fact, let me hit the pause button. It'll go off in just a second. It takes like 10 seconds before it stops. There we go. Okay, we're going to check them. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to show you what I've done, you guys. Let's see what we got here. Nope, they're still not ready. This one's crisp, but all of them aren't. They're getting there though. I think in the next 1 hour and 46 minutes they'll be done. If it's rubbery, I'm not doing it. Okay, let's get them started back. Okay, in the meantime, while I'm waiting, ding! Y'all see this? I had bread that was going bad. I hadn't even gone through half the loaf. And so it was altogether 10 slices. So I put them in the oven. My oven has a speed broil setting on it. It took me all of 5 minutes to do the bread. And I decided, instead of flipping it, I decided to go white side, dark side. So we have a white side, but it still is toasty. It's a little soft, but it's toasty. I might have to stick it back in, y'all. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah, it's toasty on one side and not on the other. So, yep, I'm going to stick them back in because it took me 5 minutes to do the bread. So that's no problem. And then that's the last batch here. And I left this in a little longer. And so, yeah, I'm going to flip. Let me cut this oven back on. Okay, speed broil. There we go. And start. Well, I just have it on high. Yep, all I have to do is press start. Yeah, I'm gonna go on and brown it on the other side. That'll make it that much better, and it'll be crisp on both sides. So, but that's what I'm doing while I'm waiting on the onions to get done, and then the bread will go into the pint jar there. All right, you guys. Well, that's it, because I feel I've rambled. So I'm gonna stop here. And I'm going to sit down and rest for a minute. Then I'll get started. I'm going to let the oven preheat, and then I will get going again with the bread. And so I'm gonna go and process that tonight. The onions I'll hold off till tomorrow and then do the taste test then too. So I'll let you know how that comes out. Alrighty, you guys, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful evening. Look for me on tomorrow with the Farmers Market Report, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.